Hello and welcome to episode 159 of TrustyHogs. I'm Catherine Bohart, she's Helen Bauer, and I think you can tell when we've recorded 2 episodes in a row because the second one means I've had a lot to eat sugar-wise and a lot to drink caffeine-wise. I've only had 1 cup of tea because I'm not doing caffeine anymore, which means I did have a cup of tea, but that was a mistake because I realized I ordered it and then was like, whoa. Anyway, here's why. Helen, welcome to our podcast.
I love you so much that you're this caffeinated from an English breakfast tea.
Because I haven't had caffeine in ages. It keeps happening where I'll know I've had it by mistake because suddenly I'm like...
Really?
Oh my God, like so bodily anxious and speaking so fast. And I mean, I speak fast anyway, but it's like, whoa, wee-wah. Anyway, that's not the phrase. But the point is, I'm here and you're here.
On coffee number 3.
And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, I'd love to tell you this isn't the vibe, but it is. Our lives are perfect. We help you answer your problems.
We do.
They seem stressful. You guys are leading some tough lives.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Helen.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
In the sweetest move ever, you just tried to tell me that because your top is Lucy and Yak, it's gay coded, when it is in fact, dear listener, long sleeved lilac, frilly sleeves, frilly base.
Yes.
Crop top.
Yes.
It's giving heterosexual to me.
No.
Yes,
No,
baby
no.
girl. But I love this
first-
colour on you.
No.
I love this colour on you. It's divine.
I did my first ever Lucy and Yak shop ever.
How did you manage to find the only straight girl top on there?
And no.
Yes,
nothing there is
yes.
straight. Nothing there is straight. Everything is
Your
queer
top
coded
is
and Lucy.
no-
Bullshit. These jeans are Lucy and Yak. I got another pair
they're queer coded
Why though?
because they're high waisted. They're darker denim because they go well with your boots. Like
Okay, great.
There's like a decent sized pocket on there. You're not trying to cram any keys in. That is like a proper. You know, I can see you having keys hanging off those, you know, whereas this is giving brunch with the girlies.
I'm figuring out my sexuality still. I'm wearing Doc Martens. I've got on full Lucy and Yak.
Oh my God, look at you.
Thank you.
Did you do it on purpose as like a queer move?
Is it cringe to say yes?
No, it's not cringe at all. That's so
I
nice.
was a bit like, let me go on the website because I've seen a lot more like people with my body shape, like post that they're like buying stuff there, and I was like, oh, okay, so maybe they do because
they've always been good on sizes,
and
especially
I was
in
like,
their dungarees.
This is the thing. I don't think so. Spoken to a couple of queer people, obviously still on my journey, but the understanding I have is as someone who is like exploring bisexuality but hasn't actually been with a woman in bed, I'm allowed to wear Lucy and Yak with pride, but you can't wear Carhartt until you've like, licked. So until I've gone downtown, Carhartt is off limits. And then you get your first beanie from Carhartt or like...
Yeah, you don't even have to order that. They send it out in the post.
And I think the first time you make them squirt, you get the dungarees. I'm assuming. Please jump in the community. We'd love to hear from you. Where to start?
The community is collectively sighing. Sorry. The community was like...
and then the carabiner comes.
If I may, I don't have a carabiner. I don't have any Carhartt.
It's crazy because you've done you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've been around 10 for sure, all the way down and everything. But I guess I date Carhartt more than I buy Carhartt. You know.
Okay, and it's 2 Carhartts.
You can have 2 Carhartts, but it's not my general modus operandi.
What's the femme? Like version of Carhartt? What's the like femme identifier for queerness? Is it Astrid and Mew piercings all up the ear?
I guess I do have those covered, but mine are from Sacred Gold.
Apologies.
So yeah, no, it's a lot of piercings for sure. You're right. I think it's also like colored eyeliner.
Yes.
And listen, I think there's a lot of femming of what like are traditionally thought of as masks. So like, I'll get the femme Doc Martens. I do.
Wait, what are which are the femme Doc Martens?
You can tell when you walk in. Come on, you know which ones are the femme ones. And
the
ones.
colourful ones.
No. Just like the thicker platforms sometimes, or
Oh,
like,
okay.
or the patent leather.
Which ones have I got? These are the Chelsea boot.
I'd say femme. A Chelsea boot is just about femme Doc Marten.
I'm a femme.
But I would say it's like giving practical femme.
Yeah, well, I do like to be I wore these to the wedding.
Like I'm wearing Solomon's, but they're lilac. So there
What's
we go.
a Solomon?
This is a hiking shoe.
Oh.
A trail shoe. A trail shoe.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a long journey downtown. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Oh my God. You've never been and you can tell. It's the quickest elevator down, by the way. What else? I guess a lot of like, you know, boyfriend shirts and then it's hard to know.
Tousled hair.
A lot of like kilt material. Tassels.
Wait, what?
I feel like
Tartan.
gay femmes do tartan
Gay femmes do tartan. Okay, good
quite
to
well
know.
at the moment, in particular.
Oh, great to know.
I think good tights.
Good.
Good tights says gay to me.
It's not as clear a branding as Carhartt, is it?
It's not. It's not. And that is the struggle. That is the femme struggle, is constantly being like, do I look gay enough?
We should totally figure out a thing. Like, we should be the voice of it.
I don't know that you should be the voice
I
of it.
should be the voice of the new
I love that you got here
clothing.
5 seconds ago and you're like, it feels like I should represent all of this. What I want you to do is worry less about the branding
Yeah, sorry.
and more about the doing.
The doing.
Get out there and do, baby girl.
Hey, my hinge settings have changed. Obviously, we're respecting people's privacy. We'll do this in the extras.
Can we talk about it in the extras?
Yes,
for
we
real?
can talk
Can
about
I
it in the
look?
extras.
Can I look?
Yes,
Can I look on the extras?
Okay, you can look, but not much has changed since the last time you looked.
Okay, but I could see who's coming up, see if I know any
You
of
can
them.
see who's coming. Yeah, but you're gonna know everyone. That's the problem.
I can't wait.
The web of London
Woohoo!
queer. It makes me more nervous.
No, but I can tell you if they're any good in bed. They should be nervous,
I
not
don't
you.
want. I don't want us having that sort of a crossover, friendship-wise.
What? Then you will never be able to be gay in London or the UK, my
Oh
love.
my god!
Every lesbian has a friend who slept with the same lesbian as them.
Every single one.
Yeah.
God, you girls take a pounding, huh?
Okay, that's a very judgmental statement. And also, if I may, hard to at one moment be our representative and on the other hand say, you girls. Do you mean us girls?
I'm lost in my identity though, so
Yeah, I
please be
can tell.
respectful.
I know wives who've slept with multiple of the same people.
Wait, what does that mean?
I know like married lesbians who between them have slept with also the same people.
Stop.
It's just like queer culture. There's not enough of us to go around telling. Come
That's
on.
the thing. Well, there's more and more, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
With the girly whirlies like me being like, I bought Lucy and Yak. am I one of you?
You are going to have to choose between queer and girly whirly, I'm afraid. Quirly whirly?
Whirly whirly.
That's your brand of that is your sexuality.
Because I can't leave my Hampshire gally whirly roots.
Yes. No, you can't.
I mustn't.
Quirly whirly is your sexuality.
Quirly. Oh my god, am I the
I love
first
that.
one? Do I have anyone else in my group? I'd love to have a couple of friends.
I don't know.
You don't know
of
any other quirly whirlies? If anyone went to school with me,
I've met a couple of women at weddings who've been like, I've just been divorced, but they seem like quirly whirlies, but I
Yeah?
don't know that they're committed.
Okay, but they're more like older. They're probably like Sex and the Clitty, you know,
Sex in the Clitty.
like an older
Sex and the
generation. Sex and the
Clitty.
Clitty. No, I'm just trying to have fun with words. I tried my first pun, and you all hated it.
I guess it's just
You all hated it. And
No,
in my head, I was
I
like,
guess it just
they're gonna love this. Em and Andrew are gonna say that's a clip, and
That's a
instead,
clip.
you all went, oh,
I don't know. Yeah, that wordplay.
Sex and the no, it's not. But we all, you know what? It's important to climb mountains you haven't climbed before.
I wish you would apply this also to the actual sex and the clitty.
I have no sexual confidence, though.
Is it? Here's my question: sex in the city or sex and the city?
And the city.
Yeah, because people say in the city a lot.
I said in
Sex
the
and
city.
City.
Apologise to everyone.
Yeah.
Sex and the clitty. Is it funnier then?
No.
No.
But all the girly whirly chats remind me I need lip glosses.
Oh, stop! Now that is quirly whirly. No, that's
quirly
full
whirly.
quirly whirly culture. Also, is lip gloss back in? Because I love lip gloss.
obviously bomb. It's obviously bomb.
I think I might have a lip gloss in my... No, I don't. I took it out. Damn it.
Sorry,
What's-
everybody. Is
Oh,
that terrible podcasting?
I
to
know
leave-
this lip
to leave
balm.
for lip balm.
Yeah, it's
Um,
really terrible podcasting, but that's just... You're here now.
I needed it.
Celebrate quirly whirly culture with us.
Question.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been lovely, Catherine.
What you been up to?
Gigs.
Yeah.
Really good gigs, actually. I've been absolutely charmed recently by the audiences of the UK.
Oh, really?
Just-
Tell me more.
Just
Sorry,
gorgeous.
sounds so surprised. Really?
Gorgeous people. I also did have 3 nights in a row where I was blessed by the gods of the middle. So I was going on, which,
heaven.
if anyone doesn't know, it's famously like the best spot to go on at. Not as far as pay, but like it's just easier.
Oh, it's a dream. The openers warm them up. The MCs warm them up. They're into the rhythm of the gig. On you go. It's not even so late that they're worried about work the next morning. Boom, done. Don't mind if I do.
And then I did 4 gigs on Tuesday.
Huh?
4 on a Tuesday night in London.
What's
and
the
I
need? Can I guess? Can I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
Are we looking at a 99
night.
club?
$1.99.
Are we looking at a boat show?
No,
Are we looking at a comedy store, charity
we're
gig?
not. No.
Oh, are we looking at... Gosh, hang
Come on, where can you do like 3 gigs every weeknight?
Top secret.
Bing, Andrew wins.
Wow.
3 top secrets, 1 99 club.
Lovely.
Huh.
And I was opening everywhere apart from 99 because I couldn't make it in time to open, so I was in the middle.
Ooh.
But I was like, here, this is my punishment
For the gorgeous
for having
middles.
it so easy for so long.
Interesting. And so did you do anything except gig?
I went with Emma Black.
Okay.
To watch
you know, I
Guys
hate
and
when stories
Dolls.
start like that because it's like, why don't you invite me? Because it was Guys and Dolls and I wouldn't want to go.
And also because it's Helen Bauer and Emma Black's musical birthday extravaganza that happens twice a year.
Okay,
and I think
fine.
only a couple of times other people. I think Lee came when we were 18
I
and we sat
really
up on
wouldn't
UQ.
want that. I wouldn't want to go.
No, because we always do it for our birthdays.
It's
We book someone else's
special.
musical. And
Yes.
we saw Guys and Dolls and we were absolutely enchanted.
Now, Guys and Dolls, is that the one with the sharks and the jets?
I hate you. I do hate you sometimes.
Is it not?
Because I do make an
No.
effort with some of your
What was
things.
that?
West
That's
Side Story.
Okay, and Guys and Dolls is not anything to do with West Side Story?
No.
No, it's nothing to do with West Side Story.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight.
And so what is it?
It's a musical.
What's that when?
Chicago in the 20s, 30s.
Yeah,
Okay,
prohibition.
and what's the prohibition? Okay, and what's the story?
Okay. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Nathan Detroit is trying to get a crap game
I
going.
thought it was Chicago.
And Nathan, but his name is Nathan Detroit.
I was just joking.
Oh, ha 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 ha! Please be respectful. Sorry, Andrew, but this does piss me off because I feel like,
I'm disengaging for my own personal well-being.
and I understand
Yeah.
that. Do you know what I mean? Because I listen.
Andrew's
I
leaving his
watched.
body for his own safety.
I listened to your podcast. I watched Twin Flames. You know, I watched that golf Netflix
I'm sorry,
show.
I thought it was the one with the shark. Okay, I was wrong. Go on. Jeepers.
Nathan Detroit is trying to get a crap game going.
A crap game.
A crap game.
It's like a dice gambling game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew.
Crap. It's funny. Isn't
It is funny. You get how I have an issue. Go on.
But he doesn't have a venue for it. And then his partner, Adelaide, is like desperate to marry him. She's like constantly going on at him to get married. It all gets a bit confusing. But alongside this, he makes a bet with Sky Masterson, and he's like, well, you can have a venue for the crap game and you can pay me back this money, which means he could be able to pay for the wedding if you take any doll I point out for dinner in Havana, Cuba. Right? And then he's like, well, yeah, I can do it. I'm so fucking fit. I'm Sky Masterson. I can take anyone. And then he points out a woman, Sarah Brown, who, wait for this, she's a street preacher. She's not going to go with a man she doesn't know to Havana, but she does.
You really lost me on the
And-
deal. Sorry, can I just circle back?
Yes.
Sky has to take anybody out.
Has to take a woman of Nathan's choosing for dinner in Havana.
And in exchange, what does he
A
get?
venue for the crap game.
Sky has wants to run a crap game.
No, Sky can offer a venue and money because he loves a bet to Nathan, who needs money and a venue for the crap game.
But he's both giving the money in the venue and has to do the dating.
No. So Sky is fronting the money in the venue, and if he wins the bet, Nathan has to double his money.
Right.
So Sky's basically giving him an advance on the money. Have
I said this wrong? For Nathan to get
Sorry.
a venue for the crap game, he doesn't have any money, so he can't get a venue for it.
Right.
But Sky has money.
Yeah.
So why am I
But
now
why does he also have to
confused?
go on the date? What's the exchange? He both has to
'Cause-
provide the money and do the dare.
Because Sky loves bets.
Okay, so is this a separate bet?
Okay, no, I've cleared it up in my head. I'm so sorry.
Go
Let
on.
me start all over
I'm
again.
now confused, and Catherine's confused me with her riddle.
So basically, there's
Just
a big crap game, and there's a big like high roller coming into town. So he needs the crap game because it's going to be a lot of income.
Fine.
All the venues are out except the back of a garage. But to use the garage, he has to bribe the owner $100.
Fine.
He doesn't have the $100. He thinks, how am I going to get the $100? I'll make a bet that Sky can't win, so that Sky has to give me the $100.
Thank you.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so then he
goes like, "Oh, I bet you can't take any doll to Havana."
and it's Sarah
Brown.
Brown.
But she's like a street preacher, super religious, super serious, and they're like, "Well, you like this doll's not gonna go with this guy." Do
Right.
you get it? Guys and dolls. It's all
Yeah.
very clever. But
Crap and Brown.
yeah.
It does go together. Go
But
on.
then at the same time, the head of the street preaching organization is like, "Sarah Brown, I'm going to shut down your street preaching organization because it's actually not in Chicago, it is in New York. I just remembered because they're on Broadway. Apologies to everyone there. Because you don't get enough reprobates in. You're not changing enough lives, so you can't be in charge of this like street preaching team."
Right.
But she loves street preaching in New York, and she believes she can make a difference.
Right.
So she needs reprobates. So Sky Masterton says, "I know loads of reprobates. I know gamblers and drinkers."
What is his surname?
Sky Masterton.
Masterson. Okay. He's like, I know loads of
Reprobates
Sure.
and drinkers and gamblers, and I can get them all in if you come for dinner with me in Havana. So it's deals of fun.
Got you.
Anyway, needless to say, it all ends happily ever after.
They fall in love.
Everyone. Yeah.
That's nice. Does he ever marry the partner who is like
Adelaide, yeah.
Adelaide gets to get married?
Yeah.
That's good.
And
Apology.
Andrew.
Andrew's phone went off. We know the listener at home can't hear it, and they always think we give a big reaction, but it is fun for us.
It's also in the room. It's honestly, it's very distracting.
It was gauche.
Unprofessional.
It was ghostly
It is a
loud.
very gauche ringtone,
Yeah.
text tone. My friends once realised that my phone wasn't in silent during history class, and they spam loads of messages, and we're just there listening to the teacher, and then my friends are going, "Bwah, bwah, 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 bwah," and I'm like,
You haven't changed it since history class?
That's what I was thinking.
Your reference is history class. You're so young that your reference is history class. One time in
history
school. Well, grow up. Jesus.
And you know what history he was learning about? The Tamagotchi.
Behave
That's
yourself.
what's upsetting.
Behave. It's like when people are like, "I'm doing my history project on Beanie Babies," and you're like, "Fucking do one."
We genuinely did cover Gordon Brown in history, so.
I'm going to throw something at him really quickly. You can edit this out. I missed.
That was appalling. Honestly,
That was like an inch away from his shoulder.
between that throw and your lilac top, I feel like, yikes, maybe you are a straight girl. Hi.
But it was good to hang out with them.
Did she love it?
Yeah,
Because
she
you
did.
surprised her, right?
Yeah, she didn't know. She wanted to be surprised this year and not know what musical
Okay.
she was going to see. But I did really double check. She'd never seen it, and she loved it. And I knew one of the guys in it.
Oh, that's so nice.
I was like watching with Emma, and this guy came out, and he was playing Nathan Detroit, like the lead.
What?
And I was like, oh my god, I think I know him. That's Owen. He's the nicest guy, but I know him from when I used to work in the Espresso Bar at the National Theatre in like 2012. He worked in a hot dog van outside.
Wow,
I'm
and now he's
not
the lead
Joking.
in Guys and Dolls.
Isn't that crazy?
That's such a sick story.
I came out of the theatre and I was like, I think I'm so sure it's him. I looked him up and I messaged him on Instagram, and he was like,
nice.
"Oh my god, this is crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, I was in tonight. I want to say like, amazing, congratulations on your success. Like,
Yeah.
this is mad. Like, this is not the hot dog van." He was like, "Yeah, it's not the hot dog van."
Fuck yeah.
He's the nicest. And he's so talented.
That's so
they
cool.
all are.
That's so cool.
I
Yeah,
know.
you gotta hand it to musical theatre kids. Those guys are talented.
And I got all the warm feels from being like, "Oh, you're doing
You're doing the thing.
You're doing something huge,
badass.
and you wanted to do it." And I remembered when
Takes
you
time for
weren't
things
getting
to change,
do
but
it.
it happens.
Yeah.
What
have you been
so
up
you
to?
had Guys and Dolls. What have I been up to? Honestly, Helen, I've been batch cooking.
Love that for
Tis
you.
the autumn, so I've been doing a lot of batch cooking. I've been really enjoying my local corner shops. Does it have the appeal of Guys and Dolls? No. Have I become absolutely enamored with my local corner shop?
Do you mean a news
Such-
agent?
Such is its quality that I brought on a specific trip to the corner shop because I was like, wait till you see the pasta aisle.
There's not a pasta
There's
aisle.
a pasta aisle and it is high quality stuff. We're talking like it is beautiful stuff. Honestly,
Shut the fuck up.
it's the kind of place where you're like, which almond spread shall I buy? Which pistachio paste would I like? It's just unreal.
Can you set the scene
Like,
quickly?
We're talking like not just orange and apple juice. We're talking peach juice. We're talking nectarine juice. We're talking all the fresh fruit and veg. It is, but honestly, the weird mix about this place is that it's an unbelievably systemized, beautiful, beautiful produce in a shop that has a very like luminous sign outside, and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is right. Like it doesn't really look very appealing from the outside. And matched with their incredible array of like just like endless every spice you could ever possibly want. I love this about. We were saying this, and it makes us point a lot, which is like in London in a corner shop you can genuinely get the most amazing stuff. The Spar in Dublin, oh my god, not the case. Maybe it's changed a bit now, but no, it wasn't the case when you could barely get frozen food. Anyway, it's all very exciting, but it is matched by an unparalleled poor quality of service.
There we go.
It is a really glorious mix of like everything you could possibly ever wish to buy.
A selection of nut butters somewhere where you used to just get a dusty chocolate bar
Yes.
feels incredible.
But for example, the time before last when I was there, instead of saying hello, the man at the counter burped. So
wait.
he just burped, open
You
mouth.
walked in and you went,
No.
good afternoon. He went,
No, I got to the top of the queue, and he's and then unmoved, doesn't follow up with a hello, just stares at me, because that's the other thing. They don't speak except to say, if you take too long to pay, card. They don't speak. No hello, no amount, no can I get you a bag? Nothing.
what did you do when he burped?
Well, do you want the honest answer?
Yes.
I said, Ellen! And she was outside, and because we had some Sainsbury's bags, and I don't like bringing, well, she's so nice, says bringing the Sainsbury's bag into the corner shop because she doesn't like them to think that
You ever been to Sainsbury's?
Yeah, it's really weird. She's a very loyal guy. But then I made her swap because I couldn't cope.
Ellen!
Are you glad you asked?
100%.
Ellen!
I want a good corner shop. I've been to some.
Incredible.
There used to be one in Nunhead called Skians. I don't know if it's still there. And it was amazing.
Really?
Absolutely. Like, just the selections were
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's
My
just-
one at the moment's not.
It's not it.
It's
This
got
has,
your
like-
basics that you need if it's just for the sake of like just at the corner shop. But like
This has like 8 different types of wheat-free bread.
that's
it's like
mental.
Of like pumpernickels, and it's just like heaven. It's heaven.
Must be busy to like.
It's like there's always somebody in there, but it's not rammed. It's so good. It's so
Holy-
good.
How many aisles?
I'm gonna guess 8.
And every space taken.
Every inch of the wall is covered in spices and nuts and seeds and fruit and veg. And
Okay, next time I'm coming over, can you take me on a little trippy?
it's so nice. Yeah, I can. I'd
'Cause
love
I
to.
feel like corner
I
shop
bought really
culture-
bougie baked beans for Em in there. That's the kind of thing we're talking, like bougie beans
What, like in a can?
in a glass jar.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, that's unsettling to see
Yeah.
the beans in glass.
Baked
seen
beans
that
in
before,
a
it's horrible.
beautiful glass jar.
With like peppers and onions, I'm assuming. Or
No, like baked beans, as in like in a tomato
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah.
Yeah, just delightful.
stop it.
Yeah. I'd love to be sponsored by the Bold Bean Co, but we have given them free advertisement right now. And to be fair, they were delicious. They look delicious. So
Well, I
guess
can't
there's no point.
advertise them yet because I haven't tried them. Please do send them forward.
Yeah, we'd love to try them. But
The
Em
Bold
has.
Bean Co.
Yeah, so that's what I've been. And the other thing I've been up to this week is weirdly, I can't believe I didn't mention this earlier when you were talking about being a quirly whirly.
I'm a quirly whirly.
I have met a bunch recently of posh lesbians from Hampshire.
Quirly whirlies?
No, but they all went to Beedales. Is that a place? Beedale? A school?
It's a school, but I don't like. Where in Hampshire is it? Beedles?
A posh bit?
Beedles.
Beedles?
Beedales or Beedles? Beedales.
Beedales.
Petersfield.
Petersfield.
Charming. And is it a girls' school?
Yeah.
And it's like it's
I think
Eton-y, isn't it?
a lot of like I feel like Cara Delevingne and Laura Marling and other like people like that went. Is Laura Marling? Is that how I'm saying her name?
The singer.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody else.
I'm gonna Google it.
Oh my god! So I was searching on the Wikipedia for alumni. It's one of the schools where they've got old Bedalians rather than alumni. Kirsty Allsop.
Kirsty Allsop.
Lily Allen.
Who?
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh my, yeah, I'm looking at the line.
Giles Brandreth.
Behave. Is it
Yeah.
mixed?
I guess it used to be mixed, yeah, or maybe it is still. I don't know.
Giles Brand.
Oh, shut up! Is Daniel Day-Lewis posh?
Wait, is Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah, he went there.
Okay, I don't know
Oh,
who
so
this
maybe
is.
it's mixed.
This isn't a celebrity. It's some academic, but the name is Batterscombe Gunn.
That's a great
incredible.
name.
That's incredible.
Wait,
Yeah.
so wait. How did a young woman from Clonsilla?
Yeah, no, my girlfriend's on a football team, and so they're a real mix of footballing lesbians.
And please tell me you were charmed by the Hampshire girlies.
Well, I didn't realize how posh she was until she said where she went and who else had gone there, and the names of some of her classmates were like, which were like all like Mipsy and Tipsy and onwards.
Flopsy, mopsy, mipsy, tipsy.
Genuinely.
And
Have
this
you-
is Bunty.
Have you listened to Dangerous Memories? Dangerous Memories.
No, it's downloaded. I'm ready to go
Oh
because you told me to listen
my
to
God.
it. But I stopped myself because I listened to Kill List and I was like, I'm going to lose my mind.
Everyone in Dangerous Memories is called like Flopsy, Mopsy, Tipsy, like it's Mipsy. They're genuinely.
And this one's called Nipple. There's always a bigger one with a slightly off name. Do you know what I mean? Like a slightly off. Like, hello? Like in Miranda when they call her King Kong.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think maybe she went there. Maybe she didn't.
Maybe. She's Hampshire.
Maybe that was a different school.
But you liked them?
Oh, I just, if I may, based on everything I know about Hampshire, now please don't be offended, but I didn't really know Hampshire had posh bits.
Yeah. I'm from there.
Yeah. so the only bit I kind of have heard about Hampshire is Fleet and the services.
Yes.
And you talk about the services like they're the thing in Hampshire.
Oh, no. South Hampshire's are definitely... Fleet is its own...
So I was sort of surprised to find, quite such like toffs.
I think it goes very upper class below Winchester is what I've always thought.
Right.
And then my area is just... Yeah, I think upper middle class, I'd say. Fleet,
Yeah.
Basingstoke, Farnborough, Aldershot.
All pretty posh still.
Some parts of it. My Fleet is a posh town.
Really?
That's a conservative
There's a
posh
lot
town.
of military in that sort of corridor as well, especially Aldershot.
Oh, all military and Aldershot. Yeah. Aldershot probably not as posh.
No.
Where did I do my tour show?
Aldershot.
I loved it there.
Yeah.
Aldershot.
We call it Aldershot.
I loved it there. That was one of my favourite audiences on tour. They were such a fun ride.
Sick. They are fun in
Well,
Aldershot.
there you go. Anyway, I thought you would know more about BDLs than you did, but it turns out you didn't really, and that's okay.
You know I am.
Now we know where Kirsty Allsop went to
The
school.
New Forest is in Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been to the New
You
Forest.
go to Hampshire all the time.
Oh yeah.
We've got wild ponies. It's God's
and wild
own county.
pigs. It's beautiful.
Thank
and the
you very
birds are
much.
incredible.
Thank you very
That's-
much.
That's Hampshire.
Yes.
Oh, I love it there. Oh, that is full of posh people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
But that's south of Winchester.
Okay.
Also,
well, thank you for
Fleet's
this.
posh. I'm posh.
Are you?
100%. I'm definitely middle class up.
Really?
I feel like I've said this before.
I can never figure it out in English accents because everybody sounds sort of posh but also sort of not. But then I think it's so then I have to use other cues, and those cues are usually like the best thing about the place I grew up was a place called Fleet Services, and then
Yes.
you're like, oh, okay, so no.
It is. It isn't. Famously, always top the list of best service stations in the country. We've slipped recently, but we used to be in the top 3 pretty regularly.
Who's taken over?
Oh, there's so many better services.
Right,
Gloucester's
Andrew.
better, Cobham's better, T-Bay obviously very
T-Bay's
iconic,
the
yeah.
best. T-Bay's the bomb. T-Bay I would drive to just to go to T-Bay.
We
Yeah.
had a fire, and it changed.
Oh God, you
Yeah.
okay?
No.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Anyway,
I'm fine.
So busy week.
Should
Should we bring on our guest to stop at a row?
Yeah, of course. But I just shout out to people who went to private school. I'm sorry if you were sent to boarding school when you were 8. I've watched documentaries and it is very sad. I know I've
think
spoken
it's
before, but it's very
harrowing.
sad.
Harrowing.
No, but they do
No,
cry
but seriously,
themselves
I do
to
think
sleep.
it's a problem. Like,
They do.
I think it's like a weirdly like supervised neglect. Are you allowed to say
Supervised
that on?
neglect. That's a really good phrase.
It just seems so harsh.
It's
Leave
just
your little
frightening.
baby.
Frightening.
Also, why have you had them if you just want to pack them off?
Yeah, horrible.
I just think,
Oh,
yikes.
that's why when I have kids, they won't be packed off there. They'll go to Auntie Catherine's for homework time. You've offered, so don't even try taking
I
that
think that what I was saying in that context was that you'll be to my kids, fun Auntie Helen, and I'll be like, has everyone done their homework? Which, to be fair,
Projects are due. Let's spend time with Auntie Catherine.
yes, that's
She'll do it for you.
Deadlines. No, leave it's not right. So listen, yeah, no, I do. I think I've learned loads about Hampshire today. For example, that I've been there more than I thought I did.
Girly wellies, quirly wellies. We'd love to hear from our Hampshire listeners.
Have you seen the picture I sent in the WhatsApp group?
Huh?
Stop.
Why would we be on our phones mid-episode?
We always on our phones mid-episode.
I'm not always on my phone.
No, me neither.
Sometimes. What? Did you just make this now?
Yeah. I was editing
That is your dating
Andrew
profile.
just made a
That's your
graphic
dating profile.
of my press shot from like 2 years ago on the
Hot.
Hogs background with the curly whirly with the words quirly whirly on it
That's
instead.
so
We'll put it
hot.
on our Instagram.
That's so hot.
Wait, can I
Andrew,
put that on my Hinge?
You made that. Yes, you
Yeah.
have to. You were that was very productive while you blanked out during that conversation about guys and dolls. Very impressed.
Thank you.
You're
Now
amazing.
that's what we call a man who does his homework before the class is even finished and asks for more. That's my boy. A pleasure to teach, as
I
he
think we
says.
should hear from another man.
Oh, come on.
Segue.
Segue.
Honk,
Never been said
honk.
before on this one. I love that. It's a feature.
Oh, yay!
I love it.
You do it, you do it.
No,
Okay.
Only you. I'll say segue. And then
Okay,
you can
go, say it, say
No,
it,
but
say
only
it.
we've got. Well, we haven't done one naturally now.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying if it comes up.
Okay.
Okay, but more importantly, let's welcome to the podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Our wonderful guest,
Shane Daniel Byrne!
Woohoo!
Honk, honk!
No. Hello, Shane Daniel Byrne. How are you?
I'm so good.
Fresh off the plane.
I'm literally fresh. Like, I'm kind of gross, to be honest. I put on the little jacket to be like a bit more presentable, but I
Yeah,
am
it's
full
lovely.
of plain body
Plain juice.
juice. I
Juice.
was,
Plain
yeah, I
juice.
wanted to say juice, and then I was like, it's very early for juice.
No, say juice. Why not?
I can say juice.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
full of plain juice.
How
my
was
And
the plane?
you know the way
do I
you
ask?
give advice to people and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say my advice already is that if you have a problem, just ask someone to fix it. Because I was worried about this thing. I was like, there's not enough time for me to go to my show after this. What am I going to do? And then I just asked you, can we change it? And you both just said, yeah, that's no problem. It
Yeah,
was sorted
oh my God.
in, you know everyone means
Sorry,
now?
that's such a hilarious Irish thing to be like. Obviously, what I needed was a minor change, but I acted as though that was going to be a massive inconvenience to everyone and all involved. And actually, probably is more likely that the world would end than we could possibly fix this.
Is it?
And that
is
I'm a
it-
bad person.
Is Irishness the disease I have? Because I was like, what? I need to be diagnosed with something about like I'm going to sit with this and worry about this for several days,
Yeah, that is
like
Irishness.
in
That's
the
like
bed at night.
you don't want to inconvenience anyone. You don't want to. We don't
Yeah.
really like to let anyone down. The fear of being difficult, the fear of being a nuisance. That's all like.
Especially in London.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Over here in the United Kingdom.
As an English
So they
person,
probably
I
have
don't
8
feel
meetings
safe
beforehand.
with this diagnosis thing, so I'm just going to
Okay.
say, yeah, you're both fucking riddled, but that's up to you to decide.
We don't have to pathologize any further. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. So you've come over because you have a show tonight. Where?
In the Underbelly, Soho.
Charming.
Cool. Are you doing your
Charmed.
show from Edinburgh?
Yes.
How
This is
exciting.
kind of the first night of the tour, even though the tour starts in January.
Oh, you're just doing one
Tonight
now.
in October. One in London. Yeah.
That's great though. And are you excited?
I am. It's so nice. I've done one solo show in London. I'm a coward about coming over to London to do gigs and stuff.
Why?
I don't know. I just put it on the long finger so bad. I'm like, oh no, they'll all be so great over there. I wouldn't. I'm just like, I haven't. Oh no, don't mind me. They wouldn't get me. I'm like, I just should do it.
Oh
I'm
God,
lazy.
80% of us are useless.
Is
Yeah.
that the truth?
Absolutely
80%
useless.
It
of
looks
them
so
are.
good
I'm
online.
no-
Everyone looks so slick. I know it's very strict
Oh,
with
we
time.
edit and we add in laughs.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
must know. We
You know
do
people
do that.
do that now.
No, I
You-
do. I
Fuck
got
off.
told the other
What?
day.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What?
So there's a pandemic of
What?
people putting clips of their stand-up comedy online. People are adding canned laughter.
I asked Mikey about it, so Mikey does our clips
Fuck
for this podcast.
off.
It's
I knew
real.
you'd freak out.
It's
Because I said,
real.
have you heard anything about people adding laughter? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I've had some people talking recently about like they get the clip, so you film yourself in a club and then you get the clip and then people are editing in laughs and claps.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he was like, we're not going to do that with you. And I was like, no.
No.
I mean, but now I'm like, who?
Because I edited clips of people. I did that once. They were like, "Can you take the laugh from here and put it here instead?" So it was their laugh,
Amazing.
but it was.
was that me?
No, it wasn't.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God. What?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
I'm absolutely riveted by the fact that you've been here 5 minutes and you're like, come here to me now. Wait till I tell you what they're up to in London. The show tonight.
Yeah.
Are you nervous to perform in front of English people? To
No,
dance for the king?
I'm nervous about it because I haven't done it in like 6 weeks, and I'm just convinced I'm going to get up and forget every word. Even though, of course, you won't. Or even if you do forget, you remember 1 second later. But I'm convinced I'm going to go up and just make a show of myself. But I like that kind of energy as well.
I think that's good high stakes.
Yeah.
When you forget a bit and then something different comes out, it can be amazing.
Marv, I love a random thing happening.
Yeah.
Like I spilled my drink one time. It was one of the best gigs of my life.
Really?
Like I just love that kind of like a full pint.
No.
Top to bottom, it was just got, and then but then they are all delighted. The audience loved that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But was it all over you?
No, it was on a little ledge, and then it fell on the floor. But the place was filthy anyway, so it was fine.
Yeah. It was a comedy club.
Yeah.
We get it. Yeah,
The club in
I will
Dublin.
say the ceiling started to fall in once when I was gigging in the Pleasance in Edinburgh.
I was there for that
and
show.
an electric gig, to be fair, because I was blaspheming a lot. So when the ceiling starts to fall in,
Oh,
after you slagged
yeah.
off God, you do think, fair enough.
Who was
That's good bands.
upstairs?
It's a no one.
No one. Bunker.
Ghost.
Just the
Ghost.
big man. Yeah.
Okay,
Just the
right,
big
just
man.
God.
So wait, so I need to go back. What airline did we take over?
I flew Aer Lingus, ladies,
Good for you.
and I am not doing Ryanair. It's a false. We learned it in business studies
False
in
economy?
school. A false economy.
False.
It's not cheaper. It ends up not a lost leader, something like that.
E-
I don't know.
No,
I'm
not lost
Wait,
leader.
what is a false economy then?
You think you're getting a
You
good
think
deal.
you're getting a saving, but actually they'll rinse you every way, which way as you go. So
you don't,
actually
and you have
you're
to
not.
come in further. I landed in beautiful Heathrow.
Gorgeous.
I mean, stunning. You follow the blue
Charming.
signs to the train. It's all very organised.
Yeah, yeah.
I do feel like when I come here, I do feel like Irish people who moved over here in the 70s and 80s. I'm like, look at London. Would you look at that? The size of the place. And very well organised. Or you know when someone's mum visits London and they're like, it was absolutely seamless. We got off the plane. We were on the train in 5 minutes. You were downtown. You were downtown. The thick of it. I do feel such a small town boy when I come here. I'm like,
Do you sort of like kick your heels and take your sort of like case
I'm like,
with
I'm
you?
ready for you, London. What have you got? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna become a star. You know that kind
It's
of thing.
honestly, you say that, but my parents still, every time I pick them up from the airport when they come to London, have dressed in their best for the plane.
Oh, I love
They
that.
dress up for the plane.
So pure.
It is just so gorgeous.
I saw
It's
one the other day.
gorgeous.
These girls at TikTok, these girls brought their granddad on a plane to Aer Lingus to New York, and then Aer Lingus found out and they gave them first class. or whatever. And the granddad, he's 85, and he had full shirt and tie on for the plane to New York. I love it. I do.
it's
I
too
know it's great,
sweet.
and we're liberated, and you know the church. We're not a theocracy anymore. But I do like when men used to dress up and have a hat.
I
Like
know.
all men had a hat, which they would take off in mass.
Yeah,
Because
they
you
did.
show respect to the Lord by your head.
Yeah.
My mother's father, he used to, if he passed them, if they were walking up the road to home and he was going out somewhere, he would doff his cap to his own daughters,
To his own daughters.
to his own children, and that's all. He wouldn't say hello. He would just acknowledge them, salute them with the cap. I
Oh,
love
it's
it.
charming, and
Wow.
it's given undiagnosed autism as well.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
I'm looking down. And it's a sign of respect in this day and age, which I also appreciate.
I feel like
That's
undiagnosed
nice.
autism is the answer to all of the mysteries of the past.
yeah,
Yeah.
lots
That
of
seems
them.
to say, oh, that's what that was, Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, Grant.
A lot of it is neurodivergence unnamed,
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah. So, or indeed homosexuality unnamed, if I
Yeah.
may,
Oh, I
if
love
we may.
those. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
indeed. So you're over it. That's exciting. And then will you do a couple other gigs while you're here?
I'm just doing the London Irish Centre. Have you ever done a gig
Oh
in there?
my
It's
God, you're
so-
hitting all the big spots.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play Soho and then the London Irish Centre.
The London Irish Centre, it was set up for all the people who moved here and emigrated here.
Is
That's
that
right.
in Hammersmith or Camden?
Camden.
Camden.
There's
I've
two,
done the
isn't there?
Hammersmith one, weirdly.
Really?
I got asked to do it ages ago, and I was like, yeah, why not?
It reminds me of, in Harry Potter when they go to that secret house that opens up from all the other houses.
Yes.
It reminds me of that, but like it's not for the Order of the Phoenix, it's for the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
That is just you're in London and you get off the train and then it's like, come in here,
Yeah.
you'll be safe
Come on.
in here.
Yeah.
Because they all have to be looked
Wafting
after
potatoes
years
at
ago.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those men used to move over here and they also live in Cricklewood, and then they all kept drinking and then they were too ashamed to ever go home because they were drinking. Desperate sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Come
whole
on.
generation of Irishmen who they worked on construction and roads and stuff, but they all got sad. This is a bit sad for a comedy podcast.
Anywhere at the top
But
of the
the London-
motorway has probably got a big Irish grouping. And in that, I moved to Kilburn, just up the road from Cricklewood. And when I first moved to London, I couldn't believe that everyone over 70 in London, as I understood it, but it was just
Yeah,
Kilburn,
yeah.
it turns out, was Irish.
Do they have shirts and ties?
Unfortunately not, but I'll tell you what, I did walk into the Sainsbury's and I was like, oh, Sainsbury's, how exciting. Queuing up, woman in front of me, probably 87 if she was a day, whips out her, honestly, I think ironed, so neatly folded was it, bag from Dunn's.
Oh, stop.
It must have come over with her 60 years ago, and I was like, for fuck's sake, have I moved? Have I moved at all?
Oh, that's adorable.
I
Yeah.
know I went to an Irish pub in Tooting
Right.
when I lived there, and they served cheese toasties, and I was told that was an Irish thing.
They call it, do you know what a toasted special is?
No.
So that's ham, cheese, and onion. And tomato.
Okay.
That's a
Lovely.
toasted special.
Okay.
If you ask for a toasted special, that's what that is. I used to work in a bar. And if you ask for a pint of special, that's a Smithwick's
Yeah.
ale with a Guinness head.
No, thank you.
That's a more rural thing, but it's
That's
out
a
there.
very rural thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, so are they just topping it like
You do like a Smithwick's. You try not to get much head on it. Ooh.
oh,
No.
As the actress said to the bishop. You try not to do that, but yeah, you can kind of, if you like finagle the Guinness tap, you'll get a Guinness head on top of a Smithwick's red ale. Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
they have all sorts.
fascinating country.
What a culture.
It
What have
is
we
a
talked about?
culture.
Sadness and drink. There we go.
I know.
And the church.
Well, it's so funny
So
because
quick.
my girlfriend came to my brother's wedding, and have I told you about this, about when you want the weather to be good for an Irish wedding, you put out the Child of Prague.
Yes.
So there's this religious statue, you put it out,
Okay.
and the more beat up your Child of Prague statue is, the better and more likely it is you'll have good weather for the wedding. So it is common decency to kick the head off somebody else's Child of Prague if you see it, because a headless one's the best, but you can't behead your own. Anyway, more batter to the child, the better. And you put it outside, and that will hopefully determine the weather of your wedding.
You get a sunny day, yeah.
And so,
It's Jesus, but he's a child, but it's also something to do with Prague.
yeah,
And you want to kick him, but not your own.
I
No,
didn't know that you're supposed to kick other
the more
people's-
battered, the better.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, okay.
So
The more battered the statue of the child is, the better for the wedding day.
yeah, for the weather.
What a culture.
But so this happened, and so my brother, my dad's a deacon. They were like, give a speech, but could you cool it on the Jesus talk for the
Right,
speech?
yeah.
My dad very bravely does not mention God, but he does say, I don't need to, because look at the weather outside. I think the Child of Prague has made my point.
Oh.
And I therefore had to explain to my English girlfriend what the Child of Prague meant, which obviously was like a long segue.
Oh, so it's a statue and it makes the weather good.
But in saying it all, and it was referenced so many times in the speeches, I realised afterwards, and it was my brother, to be fair, who said it to me, which is like, there's some things we just shouldn't tell the English, because it's
yeah.
like, it's too, it feeds into a stereotype too much.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to pretend we're not like that, but we are, yeah, but there's some things where you're like,
We can tell like Spanish people and stuff like that.
yeah, they
They'll
get
be
it.
on the level. They'll
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
They're
Why?
actually madder than us.
Why?
They are.
They do
Oh,
things
they're
like
They're
they
so
carry
religious.
statues of Jesus around the streets and all cheer and throw stuff at you. Like they're
Yeah.
actually
Not
ours is-
like you lot, don't do that.
yeah, but
Are
ours
you
is more
fucking me?
misery based
Yes,
and like
thank
shame,
you.
whereas
Yeah.
theirs is like celebrate Jesus. They're much more fiesta vibes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. They're having fun
Yeah.
with baby Jesus, of kicking it in the head because your neighbours put one out, and you're like, shit, get it.
You just
For
kick
the
the
good
Prague
weather.
Jesus.
for the weather.
Makes total sense to me.
What else do
Yeah.
you not want to tell us? I'll be safe. I'll be a safe space for you.
What's your favourite Irish tradition that we usually don't mention?
There's some things that feel Irish that aren't, and one of them is the credit union.
The what? What?
The credit union.
What?
It's like for your community, it's like a bank, but it's a non-profit, and your money in there is not called your money. It's called shares. And if you want to get your kitchen done, or if you have the kids' uniforms in September or whatever it is, you take a loan from the credit union. And if you have, say you have £500 in there, that's your shares. And if you need £400, they'll give you a loan straight away like that. If it's within your shares, no problem. You guarantee your own loan. They just give it to you straight away, and the interest is like nothing.
Yeah.
Just
You're
And
right.
there's
It does
a
feel
load-
Irish.
It feels Irish. There's always ladies, and they still have scarves. You know, like from the bank they used to wear scarves. They all still have those, and that's good.
1 second.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Yeah.
So you've got your money, but you don't want to put it in a bank. You want to
No.
put it in.
And you don't want to take out any of your money ever.
And
For some reason, you only take loans and then you pay it back slowly to yourself.
Okay,
Yes.
but so you want to keep your money for yourself, but if you're not going to put it in a bank, but you're like, you know what, it'll be safer. Let's give it to the lady with the scarf.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you go to her house.
No,
it's not an actual bank.
it's like
no,
it
it's
looks
a low
like a little
single
bank.
level building. Yeah,
Yeah.
one level building.
So you go
It's
to
like
a bungalow. You go to a
yeah.
bungalow.
It's a bungalow bank.
And there's like 3 women in scarves in there.
Yeah.
And you say, how's it going? I'd like to give you €100 for shares.
And now they do like a lot of clicking and looking up on the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
The system.
Yeah, the system's
They
pretty
look
And
important.
then
the
if you need €100 at any point, you go in and say, I've got 100 shares. Can I have €100? And they give it to you.
No, you take out a loan for €100.
Okay.
You'd leave your shares in there.
Why?
That's exactly
That's-
the point.
That's what
Okay.
it's all about, because then other people can share your money or something.
Yeah.
And
they
what's
do the
Jesus
best bit
do?
is Jesus is uninvolved for the most part, but they do a draw. So this is the most famous part. So is it every month they do the draw?
I think so.
So it's just a little lottery, and somebody wins money every month.
In the community.
Yeah.
If you're in the credit union, yeah, I know this guy who people used to set up a credit union for a baby when there's a new baby.
Yes.
You set up the credit union. And then you
Oh,
put
like
money
when
in
people
it.
put like a make
Like
a
bonds.
Yeah.
Like ones. So then this boy, he had one from when he was a baby, and then when he was 17, he won $7,000. And because he was
Nice.
17, he bought a moped immediately.
Oh, for
Because-
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know,
Gorgeous.
but pretty amazing.
But pretty cool.
If you didn't have any access to get a moped, and then you have one, and you're 17, like that is living.
That is
So long
sick.
live the credit union, and may God bless it.
May God bless it.
I'm sure Jesus is involved somewhere with the credit union. He must be. There's got to be a patron
Well,
saint
it's
of
the
the
miracle.
credit union.
Imagery. A lot of it is like hands.
Oh yeah, so there we go. It's
So
God's hand.
sharing
He's got
and
the whole
giving
world
and
in his
yeah,
credit
there's the
union hands.
hands.
Oh,
There
for
they
that's Jesus. Come
With a
on.
Yeah,
good
that's it.
heterosexual family in the middle. Lovely.
that is a real
Love
nuclear
to see
family.
it.
Yes.
With a nuclear
Love
family.
There wouldn't be gay people up in Newry now. That's right.
No.
That's right.
God.
Where's
Yeah.
Newry?
Newry is County Down.
That's not where you're from. Where are you from?
No, but that
No,
that
okay.
sign we just looked at. I'm Dublin true and true. For generations.
true.
I'm purebred.
I'm not
Dublin.
surprised at
I
all.
bleed blue. That's
It's County Down in the Midlands because I've been there.
No.
no, it's
No.
it's the bottom of Northern
north.
Ireland.
Okay, I don't know it.
Yeah.
It's nice to ask.
You go up
questions,
until
though.
down.
Next is Belfast. So if you
Yeah.
go from Dublin,
I've been to Belfast.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're
Yeah,
very
it was
close to
lovely.
down. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
That's it.
Oh, I've got another question.
Cool.
God,
Well,
that's-
I didn't mean for this to happen now, but I'm enjoying it either
No,
way.
I
What would
love.
you describe this as?
This Irish off or something.
Well, no, it's not even Irish off. What it is that Helen would like, I think, for me to tell her sort of like
Stories of home.
all day, every
Yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah.
so that then she could adopt them. Like, for example, a comic here taught her a Ra song, and now she sings it, and I have to be like, don't do that.
Which one?
Come out, you
Which
black
one do
and
you want
tan.
to hear?
You mentioned Black and Tans.
No,
Okay,
I've got a
super.
Wolf Tone
Okay.
CD. Garode Farrelly gave it to me. Which one do you want to hear?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all the rage. now.
Armored cars and tanks.
No,
and
no,
guns.
no.
When we were in the airport in Dublin, we were putting.
They're such a good beat. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
band.
So Helen referenced the Wolf Tones. So when I did our Instagram post with our photos from the Dublin live show,
Yeah.
I put the Wolf Tones as the Instagram song.
Which song did you choose?
Something
Andrew?
about
I
Dublin.
can't remember.
Okay.
And I showed Helen, and she was like, "Delete that now before anyone sees it, quick!"
I know from your reaction to me being like, come out, you black and tan, come out and fight me like a man. And you go like, no.
But that's not the
Um,
Wolf Tones.
No. Well, the Wolf Tones do a lovely version of it.
Oh,
The real Wolf Tone, he's from your area, isn't he? Bodenstown. Is that near you?
is he? I'm Clonsilla.
Oh, I thought you were from Kildare.
No.
I just made that up.
I'm from Kildare.
You're from. Sorry, you're Kildare. I always confuse.
Come on, I think.
Where did I get that from? I
I
don't know where I
don't know.
got that
Dara
from.
Breen's Kildare, isn't he?
Some people
Ashling's
are.
Kildare.
Ashling B's Kildare.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
I think you've confused.
I've got a question.
Go on, please.
Did you ever do Irish dancing, or is that just for the girlies?
No, we did it when some of the class were gone to swimming. there was only like a what do you call that? A skeleton team left in the class. So,
Wait, what's the skeleton team?
you know, like when there's barely anybody at work, so it's like we're a skeleton crew.
Oh my god, yeah, skeleton
Yeah.
crew. Yeah.
So this is we were like 8. Just so Mrs. Shanahan, she decided
who?
Mrs. Shanahan was her
Right.
name, one of my icon teacher, you know. And
What
she,
class was this?
This is 4th class, so probably
Age 10.
10ish. Yeah. Well, I started the year ahead, so you know I was
Okay.
younger, right? But and my birthday's September, so do you know what I mean? It's much
Okay,
the
so
same.
you could
3,
be
4,
9,
what's
10,
3,
whatever.
4? So yeah, so she did the one with us, the Walls of Limerick.
Yes.
So then me and my
That's
cousins
a
in my
dance.
class as well.
Yeah.
So it's a famous one. Lots of people learn.
It's a
Even
piece
if you
of
don't do
music.
Irish dancing as a practice, you learn that sometimes. You can
Yeah.
just go you're in joined together and then you go in together to the and people
Haindo
opposite you.
tree and a haindo tree.
Haindo
Yeah.
tree. You go in together and then
Strap
back
them
out
off.
together and then there's a bit of a turn.
Stop it.
It's called the
Gorgeous.
Walls of
Because
Limerick.
I've always wondered with Irish dance, because like you see a lot of the girly whirlies doing it, right? Like 'cause that's like a big thing for the girl. But then like, why is Michael the lord of the dance? Because you don't see many other lords of the dance. I was wondering
Because
whether
that
it was
is
a big thing for the
such
boys.
is the strength of the patriarchy.
Yeah.
True
I
that.
hate to mansplain that to you, but
I've got another Irish question.
Oh
Go
my
on,
god,
yeah.
you don't have to put up your hand.
Did you? Oh, sorry, Catherine. Did you also learn ballroom dance?
no.
Catherine did ballroom, and I
Did
thought it was really
you?
cool.
Yeah, we did junior infants to first class was Irish dancing compulsory, and then from second class to sixth it was ballroom.
That's I mean, ballroom
In all
dancing
girls
for little
school.
tiny kids is cute. Though,
It's
that-
adorable.
The idea of that.
Mixed,
Well, I was in a mixed primary school and then
and then the
everything
Bookles.
went wrong after that.
Oh
One more?
god. And then he went to an all boys school. Bookles.
Bookles.
Buckley, yeah.
That's
Buckley
just
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
Bookley boys. Okay. What? Another question?
Yes.
Um,
Question from Helen.
And in the Irish Catholic culture, the young ladies get dressed up and marry Jesus.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy Communion.
What
Yeah.
do you marry?
I don't.
Jesus, but
I
in a
don't know what
suit.
we're supposed to be doing. The boys, like they're kind of.
Because I know
devoting their-
homosexuality is a no-no in Catholic.
Can I just circle back? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
When you make
sorry.
your communion, you're not marrying Jesus. That's when you become a nun.
Yeah. Okay. So when
But
when
it's
do you-
kind of. They wear
But-
they wear a wedding dress.
Yes. Yes, but it's supposed to be a Holy Communion dress as distinct from a wedding dress. And you wear your little suits. Although now, apparently, the trend is that their clothes you could wear again. So the boys are wearing like hip, cool outfits.
Oh yeah, I wore my communion clothes many times. The girls have to wear the.
Wedding dress.
You only get one go of the dress. Really, that's it.
My brother wore a full suit, as a lot of boys used to.
No, I had.
Did you have a trendy outfit?
Yeah, it was all from Debenhams, I think.
Oh my God, big day. Did you go in just for it?
Oh yeah, no, well,
Henry
definitely
Street?
my confirmation. Yeah, Henry Street. I know in the confirmation I wore a shirt by a brand called Pierre Cardin, which I think is
French.
pure Debenhams.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pure Debenhams.
Rocha
I
John
was making
Rocha.
fun of, you know
Yes.
when you look back at pictures of yourself as a child and you're like, what were we wearing? Like, you don't understand the difference in the fashion. My mother was so insulted and she was like, excuse me, yous are dressed head to toe in next. Okay? Head to toe in next. And I hadn't a stitch. You know, this kind of thing.
Oh my
She was
God.
right. We obviously
yes.
were trendy at the time, but
Yeah, but it's tricky to tell when you look
you're
back.
like, why
isn't it?
am I dressed like a
yeah.
little man?
Why would I be wearing this?
That's
yeah.
my new favourite phrase.
Head to toe and next.
Excuse me. You are dressed head to toe and next.
It's so interesting. I don't really think of myself as particularly like. I don't think I speak in a particularly Irish way. Like I don't have many colloquialisms left, I would have said. But then I talked to Ellen, my partner, and she's just like, I didn't know that we're the only ones who say making a show of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't-
Bold as well.
Oh, bold as in naughty, as opposed to like brave. Yeah, making a show of yourself, and she loves
Were
that
you
one.
educated over here? Is that it?
No,
When did you come here?
12 years ago.
So you'd finished college and then you came here?
Came here for my masters.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, I never hear from an English person, come here to me now. We just say, come here. I've never heard that. I
come
think
here to me
that's
now.
very Irish.
Yeah.
Come here to me now.
But al-
Inside in, you say that as well.
What?
Inside
He's
in.
inside in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Well, that's just saying in twice, basically.
You
but
say
it's a-
inside in?
he's inside in
some,
the kitchen.
Some of them are like
Oh,
they're
inside.
direct translations from.
Oh,
Irish.
inside of the
Irish.
kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we say that.
Same
inside
with
of the
happy
kitchen.
out.
Is happy out?
I think so.
What the
With
fuck's
what?
a happy out?
Is
Happy out.
Gregor who?
Not really. Not
Oh.
really. She asked the Irish speaker. I would like to be better.
Misha Freshen.
But I've quite a bit. I try and throw it in on my own podcast all the time, and I get the Gaelgory people are so excited about it. They all message and go, "I think you're doing great. You're a little bit of Irish." I have a nice bloss, which is like the accent, so I can get away. I can do good.
Oh, we're just a couple of
Yeah,
words.
yeah, yeah. But I can do bloss in tachakon. You know, so,
Bloss
oh,
in
if you do
Tachakon.
a good, then you kind of.
Well, there's a gorgeous new cafe around the corner from me that's just opened called Bloss. And I ran by the other morning and I went, oh my God, fake there, Shin Ellen, because Ellen's ag fáilim Gaeilge.
Oh my God, Ellen, go for it.
Yeah.
She's learning Irish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she wanted to show off to my cousins, which she did very well. They're all Gaeilgeoirs at my brother's wedding. And then she got a shout out in the wedding speeches. I barely did. And she... Sorry, maybe we put that in. No, listen, it is what it is. And but they all call her the Sassenach, which is the English or the English invader, basically. But she is learning the Sassenach.
Like Saxon. Sassenach.
Yeah.
The English invader.
It's like an insulting word it's a pejorative word for the English, Sassenach.
Like when we say in English, we say English, but we mean it pejoratively.
Yeah, you know, she's English. Like people will ask me, "Is your girlfriend English?" And I'll say, "Yeah."
Why? What did we do? We don't have time for
Come
this
on, we're
again.
all friends
I
now.
remember,
Yeah.
I remember occupation, family, counties. Yeah.
And then, but so she is learning Irish and she learns it on YouTube, but she will often learn things about the Irish language that I didn't know, including the literal translations, making sense of some of the idioms. But yes, so I'm learning as she goes, which is very exciting.
So
But
cool.
we
I
went
learned
to
there's a new tense, meaning about being wishful for something. So when you say thank you in Irish, you say Garev Mahagut, which I always thought Rev is like a past tense of be, so it's like was. And I always thought that meant you're wishing wellness upon them, or there was wellness on you when you did that thing for me. That's why I'm thanking you. But actually, it's just the same word as the past tense, as the Catracchia. It's a tense just for being wishful about something. So I am wishful for wellness to be upon you for doing that for me.
Wait, there's past, present,
wishful,
future,
theoretical
and
past. There's a lot of
Okay.
Yeah, and
the
anyway,
don't get us started on the Mokanee look.
yeah, that's the conditional.
What's the Mokanee look?
It's just really hard to learn. It's the conditional. It's like you do it in French is easy when you learn it in
Were I
French.
to have been, I would have been.
What?
Kind of thing.
If I was a bit younger, I would have been more excited.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like hypothetical. Why are we even having this conversation?
Yeah.
Let's have a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite pretty. Just the idea of a tense all for just being wishful.
That's lovely.
Isn't it
I
nice?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm always wishing people well on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of
And you
our
are a
go-tos.
very wishful people. You wish
And
for
wistful.
things. And wistful.
and depressed.
Because we
Okay.
took so much from you, so you have to hope and wish.
It's so funny to make that about you guys. It's not all about you.
but
Some of it's about America,
I'll just
and I
say-
think I think the wishful
sorry.
stuff's about America.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a lovely country.
Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so here's the real question. I know you've already said that your advice is you could just ask for it, which you seem to have just found out.
I've just, I have heard of this before, asking for help or ask for what you need. I'm familiar with those conceptually,
Yeah.
but I just have a real concrete example of like, wow, that was actually fine. I
Yeah.
felt like on top of the world last night. I was like,
Oh, bless
I could
you.
smash through walls. It was like I put the bins out with like one finger. I was like, come on,
Not
I can do anything I want because I don't know. I got 1 hour earlier with the gals. It was like,
Not to rain on your parade, but I'm going
sweet.
to.
Please.
And I am so proud of you for messaging and saying, is there any chance we could do it any earlier? I then followed up that message and you were like clearly feeling very like, I can ask for things that I want and things that I need. And I said, well, to make it even slicker, we could even have a hot drink ready for you when you arrive. And you went, no. I'll be caffeinated plenty. Where did you get this coffee? Did
I
you buy
got
it
it-
and bring it with you?
I got it down there in
For
that.
goodness
And did you
sake.
pay for it yourself?
I did, yeah.
Why?
We could have got that
could
for
got
you.
you a coffee.
I want to contribute into the economy.
No.
I'm
Did you
worried about the
feel-
UK.
Oh,
I'm
you
worried
should
about
be.
it.
You should. We've really fucked it. How
What
bad?
even is it anymore? What is it
You
anymore?
should have got your reparation coffee.
No, look, I'm taking the money of all the Irish people tonight, so I obviously give something back. You know what I mean?
That's
There
nice.
will be English
Look,
people
I'll
there.
expense it.
There-
I'll expense it.
Yes, there might be
Got to get
English.
receipt. I won't expense it. I won't expense it.
There might be some English people in tonight. Is that unlikely?
No, there will be some. There will be some, and that's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
People-
kind to them?
A bit of, do you know, I did. We all will make fun of English people a little bit. Like that's kind of part of.
Where's
it's
this
like,
a little bit coming from? Why are you being
but
polite
like
in front
it's
of
kind
Helen?
of part of the parlance of Irish stand-up comedy. And then like I will, like same as gay, like I'll make fun of straight boys a little bit, whatever.
Yeah.
But I did a few in the Edinburgh show this year, and I had a few lined up, and then kind of like the fourth one couple got up and left.
Shut up.
Having sides. They're the only walkouts I had the whole run. And they
Because
left.
they were offended by English jokes.
Yeah, no, and then, but it was very funny. Someone else asked me as well. I was talking about this, and someone's like, "How often would you have walkouts?" And I was like, "Oh, not very often. They were the only ones the whole run." And he was like, "Oh, I have a few each time." And I was like, "Babe," it's like, "Babe, that's not supposed to happen." Anyway,
No.
but they left, and then there was this. I let them go. There's down the steps and out the door, and I waited till they were definitely gone. And I said, "Did you guys all think that?" And they were all like, "Yeah!" And we all had so we all had a big laugh together. Yeah,
That's wild.
I mean, maybe they just were like, "Oh, we've messed up the time or something," or somebody felt sick, but like it did feel.
Some
there was
people just are. Yeah. Oh, that
was
is an
something like
English
that.
breath.
Yeah. Like you're letting out a
and
car.
clearly it's all jovial,
Yeah. Also,
jocular
like,
even.
also, like, what is it actually? Like, what is it actually doing to you? Like, what the concept of English is not being respected is so. Like to hold that dear is so funny.
Yeah, let it go.
You
Don't
didn't
worry
make
about
a
it.
joke
there's
about our king, did you?
I did.
Well, that'll
And
do
his
it.
fingers.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
But all of this is to say, we give advice.
Oh, yes, we do.
Mhm.
We do.
But before we do a listener problem, which we will momentarily, what kind of advice do you give? And what kind of advice do people come to you for?
I am one of those advisors who I'm great at thinking of things for other people, that what he should be doing this. You know what he should do?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think, even about other people's careers, I'm like, he needs to strip it back. It's not a stand-up. He needs to do the music. I'm like, I'm totally like, I plan on that. I know what I should do for myself. I'm good at thinking of everyone else, but I will ignore my own. I won't take the advice that I would give someone
Yeah,
else.
I
I
get
won't.
Oh, preaching
That's
to the
part of
choir.
it. Yeah, that's kind of standard.
I
Great.
think that's part of your disease.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And what do people come to you for advice on?
Usually, actually, I'm not very soulful advice. I don't get that much of that. Request for that. It's usually just professional things. Is all I.
Is it just professional?
People come to me and go, somebody wants to do an ad on my Instagram for Fanta. How much will I charge? That's the kind of thing. And it was
Wow,
like,
you sound like a granddaddy of Irish comedy when you say it like that. Come here to me, how much the Fanta usually get?
I don't know. I just say aim for it. Well, I don't know. $3,000? I don't know. It's a while since
For
I
one
did
post
the
about
ads a
Fanta?
few times.
Nice.
500?
I don't know what it's like in the UK. That's what I don't know what the
I don't
rates
know
just be
either,
like.
actually.
Yeah.
But no, I would
And they
ask
make
you
them
now.
all up. I don't really do many of those Instagram ads. I did them more a few years ago, but I just make it up. They just make it up. Like everyone's like, one of them is like €500 and the next one's 1,000. It's like, how could that make any sense?
Fine.
It's like, whatever, I'll do it.
But you don't
Yeah.
get like people coming to you for gay wisdom.
I have given gay wisdom and I have taken on a gay ward.
Say everything about that.
So
What's
we
a
don't
gay ward?
we don't often get to use ward. You know, like somebody might be a ward of the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
in
like,
Jane Eyre.
Yes,
Adele is
something
a
like
ward of
yes,
Miss-
something like that. So that is where sometimes a younger queer person will start talking to you, and then you're out somewhere and they'll talk to you, and then you'll be like, yeah, okay. When they ask you questions, then you'll get a message, then you'll get a DM about this. Then I've had 2 wards. It's kind of like a drag daughter. You know that concept?
Yeah.
They have the drag queens have drag.
Yes.
It's kind of like that. So every now and then you'll check in with them, and then but it's very important to know when they're finished and they're soaring, they've left the nest. So you give them little bits of
So
advice.
you do like birthdays and like take them out for a tea at Christmas.
Not so much like that. Somebody was talking once about, he told me he was bisexual for the first time, and I was like, he said it in a way as in it's supposed to be just rolling off the tongue, but actually it was important that he shared it.
yes.
So I did let him roll it off the tongue, and then I said, have you told your mum and dad? No. And he said, no, not yet. And he said, I don't even know if there's a need for me to tell them. And I was like, okay, well, there is. So, the only thing, I didn't want to be heavy-handed, so I just said, I was like, well, I think what you could do is just allow that thought into your head that you will tell them at some point, and just let it circulate and ruminate and become gravy or something.
Huh?
I don't know. I was thinking of a cooking metaphor then.
I liked it.
Marinate.
There you go.
Marinate. Let it marinate. Let it become a delicious sauce. And then your ward. He wasn't my ward now, to be fair. A full disclosure. That wasn't one of my wards, but that's just some gay advice I've given before, yeah.
And when
Fabulous.
do you
Helen's
know-
my ward.
Well, I listened
She's just
to
come out as queer. Do you know this?
Did you?
Yeah, I'm wearing head to toe. I'm in head to toe Lucy and Yak.
And she just found out she's gay.
Is that it?
/ open to women.
Well, I
Because
just bought
I
this, I
heard,
just bought
I heard
these.
you. I listened to your quiz episode, and you said Helen was the least gay person you know.
She said that many
That
times.
And I
remains
was like,
true.
maybe less lesbian-y, but you're kind of a gay man.
Well, a woman's just messaged me on Hinge. So
You're a good luck charm. Sorry to say that to another Irish
Oh
person.
God! Be careful. be careful.
and I'm wearing all the Lucy and Yak, And
I don't know what that means, but I really
it's a
support
brand.
it.
It's a brand that all the queer people wear.
Okay.
It's a brand that all the lesbians wear.
I thought that was called Zara. I thought that's what we were
Oh
doing.
my
No,
god, that
that's
is
the
the
thin,
Irish
straight women.
equivalent. No, in Ireland that's a kind of a more gay brand.
Zara's gay in Ireland.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's all monochrome and sensible shoes.
It's such a different country.
Yeah.
It's
We're
so,
so close.
different.
We're so
It's
close.
so different.
Yeah,
man.
it's true. It's true. Okay, so we're gonna do a problem.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Right now, I feel good.
Okay, good.
Well, good is a value statement, isn't it? I feel safe. I feel
Yes!
welcomed. I feel just beautiful. to be
Safe.
honest.
We've never had a guest who's been on the show for 45 minutes who still feels safe.
Okay.
What's your relationship like with your mom?
Positive but boundaried.
What the hell?
Love her so much, but she's not my pal.
Do you have a life
what
partner?
the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Who's your life partner?
Raymond is his name.
Raymond. How long have you been together?
6 years.
Do you have a good work-life balance? Do you remember to take little holidays every now and again?
Oh no, we went on holiday, but we only do a week is fine. 6 nights, fine. That's too much for 2 people, isn't it? Even
Yeah.
if you love each other, like, what are you supposed to do all the time?
Go to a museum and learn
It's
about
hard
a
to go.
war.
Well, we went to Gran Canaria, so there's not much by the way museums there.
Damn it, there's a great aquarium. Did you go to Parque de Loro Aquarium in Gran Canaria?
No, we went to somewhere that has an aquarium, but everything was booked up, and we spent €12 on the bloody shuttle, and there was nothing there. Mogan, de-influence Mogan. If you're in Gran Canaria, don't bother, or book ahead, but don't
Or
bother.
book ahead. Or book
Yeah.
ahead,
Book ahead.
probably.
Wait,
I'd
how
say.
did you meet Raymond?
Oh, we met. Well, first of all, we
And are you
talked
okay
on
to talk about
Tinder.
this?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
talked on Tinder first, and then I lived in a little estate in this. It's an estate in the city, kind of rare,
Yeah,
on James's Street,
Very.
and it's called Cant Fort, named after one of the leaders of the Rising who
Yes.
was shot dead.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh, by who?
I'm not sure. I can't remember the
No.
story.
Who was it
someone shot them
again?
all dead. Anyway, I don't even think Eamon Cant was shot dead. Was he? He signed a proclamation. Anyway, and then we talked on Tinder, and then I went out one night, and then I got too drunk, and I got home at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I messaged him and said, "Do you want to chat again, or are you finished?" Which was a stupid move. Then, but he had just moved into this little estate, and I was moving out that week, and he'd moved in. So then I was on Grindr, and Grindr's location based,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it showed the nearest person was him the whole day as I was packing and everything. And then I messaged him, and I was like, "I've been on and off this app all day, and my husband hasn't shown up. What the fuck?" All right, and he wrote back.
So sassy on
That
it.
was pretty cool. And then he wrote back "men" with an eye roll emoji, and I was like, "I'm into this."
Yes.
And then we went. That was a Tuesday. We went for a drink on Friday, and now it's 2024. 6 years later.
So
Shut
nice.
the fuck up.
Do you
We
live
made out.
together
You know what
now?
Raymond also said? He said, "I'm going to kiss you on your face." He said that in the chat. But we didn't do any like sexy chat. We didn't do any nudes or any of that stuff. And I think that's better. Go for a
I'm gonna
coffee
kiss you
quick.
on the
Go for a date quick. I
face.
think get on with it. Don't waste time on the apps.
You guys.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
so
Yeah.
cute.
Can you be? Can I be your ward?
Well, I'm not sure what you
The
are, but we
fuck?
can work on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I am either. We think as
I
of
don't know if
this-
you're allowed to ask. I don't know if you're allowed to ask. Is that part of the solemn virtue of it all? What you have to do is I'm going to go home to Dublin, and then you reply to my story, something like so classic of us queers or something like that, and then I'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting undertones."
Okay, can I do that
there.
now in front of you?
No, it has to
just
be. There has
don't
to be
so
some
thirsty.
distance or whatever.
Okay.
And it, like really crowbar it in. Like I'll post like, "Looking forward to my show tonight in Cherry Comedy," and you'll be like, "Yeah, queer comedy is so tough," and I'll have to deduce that what you're inferring is that the inference is that you want some
Cherry bomb.
Some
Am I right? That's
guardianship.
sang by a lesbian. Yeah, that kind of thing.
that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's cherry bomb?
Such
I
a
just said a
baby
night called
gay.
Cherry Comedy, and Catherine's
Yeah.
trying to help you create
John and the
some.
Yeah.
Jets.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Elton John. What? Benny and the
What?
Jets? Did you say?
A lot of work
know,
to
but-
do. A lot of work to do on this queer front.
Yeah.
No. I listened to Chappell Roan.
You know who loves Chaperone now? Straight boys.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
They all
fucking
keep
do.
saying it. People keep posting on their Instagram going, "Have to say, bloody love this."
Yeah.
I was like, you don't get a prize
Have
because
to
you
say.
like the addictive pop music. We all like it. It's sugary sweet. And we're all delighted by
Yes,
Chaperone
come on.
existing. You're just like,
Yeah.
well, have to say, sorry. I love it. I've even seen Drag Race, you know. It's like, all right, very good.
I'm sorry. absolutely love this very one specific Dublin 4 accent that you're doing, you know. Also, that man is definitely wearing a pearl necklace. Oh. Okay, sorry.
So
Ring it all,
those and the little painted nail. Mm.
Always black painted nails because they're actually
Because
not.
they're still straight.
Yeah.
Get a little French polish and then we'll see how gay you are, right?
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Wait, I do
fucking
not know this man. Is this like someone who's
Straight men who
so
painted
they're
their nails
straight?
black and they're wearing pearl earrings
And
because
they like
Harry
Harry
Styles.
Styles,
They think Harry Styles originated all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly appropriate.
But they're straight and they're just like.
They're just
They
like
kind of think they work in the arts, but actually they do marketing for like an arms company. But they kind of feel they're arts adjacent because there's graphic design involved. So
I think I've
therefore-
seen them around. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
they
it
all
now.
have houses and mortgages and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they're in like
they don't have
Walthamstow and
mortgages.
Dulwich.
They do have houses.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
mortgage is paid.
Yeah,
their
come on,
dad
be
sorted
real.
that out real quick. Yeah.
Oh, I'm charmed. Okay, good to know.
Andrew, I'm so sorry. Tell us the problem.
This is a problem from A.
Hi, A.
A says, "Hi Hogs, I love the podcast. And I'm
Thank you.
thrilled that I finally have a problem to send in."
Yeah, your
That's
life
a nice
fucked up.
silver lining.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, something's wrong, but I can tell the Hogs.
A few years ago, I moved to Germany. I work in an office job at a company of about 8 people, and of this year started doing stand-up.
Wunderbar.
At my last gig, I found out that one of the organisers of the open mic, brackets the only English language one in the city, has just finished her degree in the same field and is looking for work. I said in passing that I could let her know if anything comes up at my office.
Yeah.
However, the chance has actually arisen. My bosses are looking to hire, but I don't know whether I should actually reach out to this open mic organiser. It's nothing to do with her, and I do want to help, but it would be worlds colliding in a very weird way. We've only spoken English together, however my work is entirely in German, and none of my colleagues have ever heard me speak in my native English. I'd like to keep it that way, personally. Something about hearing them hearing me speak English is just awful, like they're seeing the real me. My colleagues also don't know I do stand-up, which is obviously inherently cringe.
Yeah, I get that.
I worry that if she did work with us, I'd be expected to be her first port of call, show her the ropes, get lunch together, and basically be a supportive, friendly face. And I don't think I could fulfill this role, but I do genuinely want to help. I'm just worried about all these complex social dynamics. What should I do?
Oh, it's tricky.
This is layered.
I
This
know.
does not feel
tricky.
tricky.
There's a few things happening.
Okay, go on.
I will speak, if I could, this is the language we use.
Please.
Can I speak to the piece about not wanting them to know about you do speak English or whatever? That
Yeah.
I was working in an office and I didn't want anyone to know that I had another life, and which was comedy. And
Okay,
then-
for a second I was like, secret family? What's happening?
No, and then one day I had a video that went, that was very popular online. I made a video, and the boss of the office sent it into the work WhatsApp group.
Fuck.
And
Was
when
it
you
Easter?
think you've left your wallet somewhere and you get that, like, it was Easter video, yeah.
It was so good.
You know when you think you lose your wallet and you get that, your stomach tightens up like you're gonna puke. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then seconds later, I was like, oh, that was fine. That was actually fine. And they were all just laughing at the video. It was they weren't going, what is wrong with you? Are you a freak? So I think don't worry about letting people see the real you in your job. It's actually quite survivable. So I just want to speak to that piece. If I
love
could.
you for speaking to that, please. Would you like to speak to the broader problem, please? Because that was very
So
reassuring.
what is it? They don't want. They said, "Oh,
They
I'll
want
keep an
to
ear to the
help.
ground for a job for you,"
Yeah.
but actually they don't want to recommend.
But now the chance has actually arisen. They're conflicted about people in work finding out that they do comedy, having to necessarily be the presumed sort of guardian of this person in the workplace if they get the job.
award. You
Indeed.
don't want to take on a ward.
And they, it sounds like a commitment phobe, and they don't want to necessarily speak English in a professional context where they have exclusively spoken German.
Oh yeah. You don't have to. You can. You're not a bad person if you just don't recommend them for the job.
If it's causing you this much anxiety, which it sounds like it is, it sounds like, not that I want to accuse someone of overthinking, but you've really thought about this recommendation or not. Like, I personally don't see the awkwardness of having a conversation in English in front of people you've exclusively spoken in German with. Well, maybe I do a bit, because you're sort of like you don't want to feel like you're excluding people if they're just German language speakers, and then you two would be the only two that were speaking in English. But that's something that you can communicate to this person that runs the open mic and say, hey, when we're at work, is it cool if we just speak in German? Because people do that.
Yeah.
Like I had a German colleague when I was living there, and we spoke only in German at work, but then she wanted to learn English, so we would speak in English in our free time sometimes. And I think that's totally fine to set that boundary if that feels more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think just recommending them doesn't mean they're going to get the job. Doesn't mean you're going to be their buddy. Also, like, people will find out you do stand up, and it will be fine.
Yeah, because it's going to go well. Presumably it goes, and you sound
It
like
will be fine.
you're overthinking things, which means you're probably one of us, which means it's probably going to go well.
But even when stand-up is your job, it's still cringe. It's still embarrassing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
deeply, profoundly.
It's like when you
You're a
you just
clown.
put it out of your head, and every now and then the cringe comes back, and you go, "Oh God."
I put up
this
a
is so
video
stupid.
yesterday of me saying the word dick.
Mm.
And honestly, I was like, "Oh my god, what if my mom sees this? What if my teachers see this? What if like
Yeah.
the women from the streets?" It was just, I was just like, "Oh god." Also, like, what if people think I think this is funny? Like a dirty word is just funny. It's like, grow up. And I was judging myself so hard, and I was like, "I'm a 36-year-old woman.
just
This
a
is
laugh.
my set from Live at the Apollo. It's out there, babe.
Yeah.
They know it. Like it's happened. Get over yourself."
I'm reminded constantly because I've got a special needs little sister, and she loves to ring me up and go like, "Oh, what are you doing tonight? Are you working? Oh, look at me, look at me. It's all about me. Look at me, look at me." And then she's like, "You're the crab from Moana," because you know the crab in Moana is like, "I'm so shiny." And she's like, "Is that you, Helen? Is that you?" Dad said it's you. I'm like, "You
Whoa.
fucking bitch."
Just to circle back, I think there, first of all, if it's a situation where it will only be advertised internally, you don't have to recommend her. If it's a situation where it will be advertised publicly, she might find out that the job came up and that you didn't recommend her. To that end, I think you have to recommend her because you've kind of put yourself in this position where you said you would keep an ear to the ground. Though I think it's a good learning because I am you. I often say things and then think about the consequences afterwards. By often I mean always. I always say things and then think about the consequences afterwards. And frequently I'm like, why the fuck have I done that? I'm constantly solving problems that nobody needed me to solve. I'm constantly organizing social events that were not my responsibility to organize. I'm constantly becoming the like listening ear to people who have other friends. What? I just met you. So just that's a good lesson to take away. But I do agree that A, you can set the boundary about language. B, it is survivable for them to find out that you do stand up. And C, and I think this is quite important, it is appropriate, I think, to say to your superior or whoever it might be that you know the person joining and would rather not be their point person because you think that it's like too confusing or too like it's a bit
Eine conflict of interest.
yeah. Das ist das.
Exactly.
Yes. And just
I
that like
think if you don't have to recommend. There's plenty of jobs. Germany's thriving, aren't they?
Yeah, Germany is.
They do seem to be
They'll get a
nailing
job
it.
elsewhere. They'll get a job elsewhere. You know what I mean?
But then again, if there is one
But if it's
English
advertised
language open mic in this town, like
and if it's advertised publicly and she finds out, I think you do have to recommend it.
for sure. What town as well? Which town has one English open mic?
yeah, we can
curious.
identify everyone involved.
Move to
Yeah.
Berlin. Move to Berlin.
Move to
Get
Berlin
some
is
more
your advice.
gigs.
Your advice is quit your job, move to Berlin.
Yeah, quit your job, move to Berlin, and get some more giggies. It'd be fine.
It's a
There's a
thought.
lot more.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think it is survivable. And actually, I'm like, wow, how amazing that you are doing open mics and that you don't. In England, you would tell all 11 of your coworkers because you'd be like, and so tonight's like a bringer. So like,
Oh yeah.
who wants to be my guest on Tuesday and who wants to be my guest on Wednesday? And who wants to, I can't even imagine knowing 11 people, not telling them that I definitely have a gig tonight if they want to come.
That's kind of good. It makes you just get on with it then, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I never did bringers and we didn't really have them.
Although I told my corporate workplace that I was doing stand-up, and when I left to like actually just get another part-time job, but I hated working there. But when I left, have I told you this? They, as a supportive act, made me 500 colour business cards. Business cards! Business cards!
so
Business
sweet.
cards are back.
They are.
Out-
People are handing them out outside of gigs to get followers. It's a big thing.
Behave yourself.
They are.
like
they are.
with QRs.
Yeah,
codes?
yeah.
Top
Business
Secret
cards.
has like a whole bank of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That is hell. Who does?
Top Secret, there's like little holders
You can
for
pick up
people's
comedians'
business cards.
business cards at the end. Or they're handing them out at the end. People hand them out.
Oh,
To
I
like
kind of
No.
want them
Get
now.
followers. It's a thing now. Get them back out.
No, they didn't have a QR code, and they had the photo of me when I went to drama school as my like headshot, and it's in black and white. My mother keeps it over her fireplace. Honestly, I look dead in every scenario, and I'm also like 12, and it has like, possibly my work email on it. I don't know, but no, just no.
You'd lose access to that then.
Exactly. I think I've
I
probably
I
been
would
logged
love
out.
one of these business cards at some
But
point, though,
isn't
if you
that such
find
a sweet endeavour to be like, this is what you'll need, and it's like I'm going to
Gotta
open.
get your name out there.
I'm
you know
going to
what I mean?
open
Yeah,
mics
that's
for the
it.
next. Imagine giving them to other new comedians, being like, "That's my business card." For what? For
So what we're saying for A is, if you recommend her, and then everything happens at that point will happen or not happen, and you just go along with it. And if it's causing you super intense anxiety, just leave it. And if she finds a job, she finds a job, and you didn't know about it.
Yeah, and you
Done.
can recommend it and ask. I like that part about asking. Tell your boss I
Yeah,
don't want to be
yeah,
the point of contact or
Yeah.
whatever. it
For
is,
sure.
And that you can set the boundary of like at work in Deutsch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work with 2 Italian women, and they would speak English even talking just to each other. They would just
In
do
work?
it as a rule.
Yeah.
We speak English here. That's what we're doing.
I get that. If it's not your first language, you really want to practice as well and make a like intense effort. I remember like 6 months into my job at a hotel, people thought I was Dutch. They didn't know that I was a native English speaker. But then I was helping someone behind reception, and they gave directions, and they were like, "How do you speak English so good?" And I was like, "I'm English.
Wow.
Like I'm from England."
Wow.
Mother
Wow.
tongue.
Yeah. Thanks for asking before. Fucking Germanic fucks.
Oh, I was like, how would they not know? You tell everyone everything, but why they didn't
I know.
know?
I was really quiet at this workplace for a bit.
Okay, because
Just as an experiment.
No, I was just like, I was like,
experiment.
Yeah. What would it be like if I shut the fuck up? You know what I mean?
I fucking hate Irish Hour.
Shane Daniel Byrne, you're an
very
angel.
much for
Thank
coming
you for
on.
coming to
Thank
our
you very much.
It was a
podcast.
delicious pleasure.
Where can people find you online?
The gram, Instagram, Shane Dan Byrne. That's where I'm at.
And what about on
Podcast?
TikTok podcast?
Oh, my
podcast.
podcast.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
Or you can check out Young Hot Guys podcast. Yes,
Young Hot Guys, can I
yes.
say, now that we're at the end, it's not sycophantic to do so.
Here we go.
I love it. It's also my brother's absolute fave.
Nice.
He has been asking me to get you on this podcast for
10 years?
months,
He called.
years,
Did I
months.
send a message to him, or
Peter?
did we do something like that before? I remember hearing about your brother before.
Did you?
Maybe you messaged me better or something. I appeal to boys now. It's so exciting because I
He
do the podcast with 2
loves
boys.
you.
And like I used to just have a load of Aoifes and Orlas and Ashlings and Fionas going like, "Oh my god, I love your videos." And now I get lads on the street nodding to me, go, "Love the pod, love the pod." I'm like, I am appealing to the straight men of Ireland.
Does it
And
feel
internationally.
powerful?
Yeah, it really does.
And just check
That's
the
And they will,
exciting.
if you do a gig, they will just land a pint for you. They don't even go over and check it out or ask for pictures, and they're just like, "Here you go," like, because we're brothers. Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah. I had 2 in the front row
Well,
of my
Peter
show in
loves
Dublin.
you.
Front row, 2 straight boys, pals, just sitting there together. They were the group, 2 boys sitting together, and I was like, "These gays know, right?" And then they're like, "We're not gay." I was like, "Oh, right, okay." Yeah.
There's no way to say we're not gay in that Irish accent and not sound homophobic. All you're saying is
Yes,
a fact,
yes.
but I still hear it as an attack.
I'm not gay, you sick fuck.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what
Like,
hear,
I would
yeah,
never
yeah.
be gay.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not gay. And I'm like, how dare you? Wow. Well, man of the men.
Man
Shane
of the
Daniel
men.
Byrne.
Thank you so much, because I've listened to this podcast before, so it is so nice to be on a real
Oh
one.
my
Yeah,
God, Stabby, you
yeah.
spoilers. Have a great time playing to the Irish people tonight
Thank
at
you.
and in Camden. And you'll be back home to the rest of them very soon.
Yes, on
Shane
tour in Spain.
Daniel Byrne. In
On
Ireland.
tour
In
in
Ireland.
spring. In Ireland.
Will you be
North
back
and
to
south.
Oh.
Gorgeous. In Ireland.
Yeah, North and South Ireland. Belfast.
Ireland.
I'm doing Republic of Ireland and Belfast.
Ireland.
And yes, you may have your counties back. Is that?
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you welcome.
when they decide. Like,
Yeah.
If you want
Ongoing.
them, if you want them, do
Yeah.
you want them?
If they want to come back.
If they want
That's
to
the
go
real-
back,
It's up to
if they
them
want
now.
to go
There's the
back.
real
It's up to them.
question now.
I don't want anything.
It's up
It's
to
up to
them.
them, and I've always said
It's
that,
up to
and I've
them.
always said that.
It's up
Haven't
to
I
them.
always said that?
We'll round up applause.
Okay.
Shane Daniel Byrne! On a wall. Bugle Mall. Thank you so much to all of our producers, but especially the illustrious bunch that is our executive producers. Thank you so much, Guy Goodman, Simon Moore, Danny Tonner, Stefanie Catracchia, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Neil Redmond, Madeline Quinne, and Sadie Cashmore. Thank you. We are so grateful to you. Keep us going, and honestly, it means the world. Helen?
You guys are all my Father Christmases. Thank you to our other little elves, our producers.
It's so early in the year for
It's
this.
not. It's close enough. We're less than 100 days away, right?
Go
We're
on,
like
go
80
on,
days
go on.
away. Thank you to our producers, our little elves in the workshop. It's Elle, it's Richard Bold, it's Harald van Dijk, it's Tim and Dom, it's David Walker, it's Rachel R, it's Claire Owen-Jones, it's Jess and Nick. It's Sarah Molly, it's Raia Fink, it's Cordelia, it's Rachel Page, it's Helen A, it's Tina Linsey, it's Graham Marsh, sing along with me, it's Amie O'Riordan, Abbie Worf, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, Liz Fort, Taz, Anthony, Clive, Becky Fox, Dean, Michael, Sophie, Chivers, Carey, Sooth, Charlie A, Casey, Jam, Rainbird, Tamsin Smith Harding, Hannah J, Ezra, Peregrine, Bryn, which is
well
hill
done,
in Welsh.
everyone. Woohoo!
Thank you, bye.